There have been a lot of UFO sightings over the past 24 hours with drones from New Jersey. An apparent UAP recorded on a plane flight. A UFO apparently captured in Poland on New Year's Eve. And then also some leaked Roswell 1947 crash material. We're going to take a look at it today to see what we make of it, to see if we think it's real, if we think it's fake, if we think, well, I don't bloody know. But let's start out over in New Jersey, everyone's favourite place to look for UFO content right now, as it has been alleged that there have been multiple drones captured on one recording. And this is said recording. There's no audio to go with it, unfortunately, but as you can see, there's definitely this triangular shape, kind of like almost rotating. A blinking light next to it. We saw a light go here and we saw a light going over the top. But what's really weird about the footage is I thought that this was all one craft. At least it looked like one craft until it just kind of broke formation there. I mean, it definitely looked like it could have been all one craft, and now I'm starting to question if it was ever one craft, and I think these are just loads of multiple crafts, whatever the crafts may be. Wow, this is that's very interesting. We're back to the start now. Obviously, we've got things flying all over the place. You could see why I think that this looked controlled, like they were all moving as one entity, but no. This one then starts to break off, then they make a perfectly straight line, and then just loads of others spawn from the spawn point being here. And then you got things popping in left, right, and bloody centre. Wow. That's actually really cool. That's really cool. Look at that. And then it just makes this perfect line. Like it's nothing. This is really cool. What do you guys think about this? I actually think there's something to this. I mean, this whole drone situation over in New Jersey's really got me thinking about, like, the possibilities of, like, human-made craft. It's definitely more than what we know. 100%. And I think it has been for a very long time. But someone somewhere is just trying to showcase what they've got now. And it's really... It is fantastic and so fascinating to watch. It really, really is. But that's not the only thing that's been captured, as a strange UAP has allegedly been captured from a plane. Now, this one I'm a little bit more dubious of. It starts out like this, right? And you think, oh, it just looks like every other orb video that we've ever seen. It could be a really bright star. It could be Jupiter. But then they zoom into it and it gets really weird. I mean, there's a lot of red flags for me. A lot of red flags, right? I'm going to mute it because there's nothing really audio-wise that goes on. But other than confirms that they're on a plane. First of all, what kind of a device has that insane level of zoom that you can fill in the details? Actually, I've just had a thought. The new Samsung phones, right, have this thing where Samsung have implemented AI into the camera. So that when you mega zoom in, obviously that's Samsung's whole thing, you can zoom in like massively. And then when you zoom in, AI will fill in features of something to basically fill in the gap. So they do it with the moon. If you zoom into the moon, it fills in the details of the moon. This was confirmed because someone just got a white ball, zoomed right into it, and then the AI part of the camera turned that ball into a moon. Right, that basically confirmed that AI is kind of creating stuff. This could be what's going on here. Someone with their Samsung phone could have just zoomed right into that star, and it could have just like basically given off the effect that it's zooming into a UFO, or it's trying to fill in the gaps. But if not, I'm just going to go down the route of CGI, because this is madness. I've never seen anything like this before unless it's CGI, and that's what kind of like puts me off wanting to be like, ah, yeah, this is definitely a UFO. Do you know what I mean? Like, the red flags are screaming to me right now that this is not what we're supposed to be believing it actually is. So for that reason, I think I'm gonna safely debunk that one, or not debunk it at least, but just say I'm not convinced. But you guys might be. Let me know. Anyway, moving forwards, we've got a UAP that was apparently captured in Poland on New Year's Eve. Now, I want to warn you guys, trigger warning, it does get incredibly loud apparently because the fireworks are going off, so just bear that in mind. Maybe I'll just turn it down a bit so it's less annoying. I mean, it's cool. Obviously, it starts out on the right-hand side here, the one that shoots up the right, and then the one that goes across the center of the screen. I mean, we need to take into context the circumstances of the situation, right? It's New Year's Eve. There's going to be fireworks going up. There are instances where sometimes fireworks just don't explode, right? I've seen it before. Obviously, there's the thing going on over here as well. The way that it's moving is very interesting. But as another thing that we need to take into consideration is this is, I'm assuming, recorded on like some kind of CCTV camera. People are going to be putting their drones up in the sky, like hobby drones, to try and capture recordings of the fireworks as they go off at midnight on New Year's. And it's something that I've thrown about as an idea, you know, a lot, especially when it comes to this kind of footage. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was just a drone, especially with the way that it's moving, going up and down. It's just someone trying to get some really cool footage of the fireworks as they're going off. But that's just my theory on it. Doesn't actually say, like, that's not me confirming or debunking a specific clip. It's just, that's what my thoughts and opinions are on that specific moment. But what do you guys think? Let's move on, as the last thing that we've got to show is apparent leaked footage from the Roswell crash. Now, the Roswell crash, of course, we all know about it over in New Mexico back in 1947, but it's from a YouTuber called TBS, and he said it was leaked to him by a government insider. Now, I've not found this video anywhere online or anything that comes close to it, so it's either, number 1, a reenactment, number 2, 100% fake, 3, scene for a movie, or 4, the real deal. Does anyone have any ideas? Let's take a little look and see what we think about it. There's no audio to go with it, unfortunately. Now, it's hard. It's hard, isn't it? Like, let's see what the comments are saying, because I'm stuck. Because from the 4 things that they've listed here, it could literally be any of them. So I'm going to have a look in the comments. Someone said, I remember seeing this, a quote, leak back in the 90s, and it was being awed. Looking again with fresh eyes, it looks like something from the 50s/60s would come up with it as a spaceship wreckage design. Interesting theory there. Very, very interesting. I like that. 40 rods to be a hogshead, and that would be, I like it. It's interesting through that the UAP themselves have taken different forms in the centuries. They used to appear as more conventional nautical ships. Interesting. Yeah, no variation of object thickness. It looks to be clean break/cuts, and it's almost simplistic in design. But back in the 60s, it would fire up people's imagination, seeing it isn't. Yeah, actually, I think that's a really good point. The recess for hands have 6 fingers each. Oh, interesting. The occupants allegedly have 4. Oh, okay, so the recess for the hands have 6 fingers each, but from the original report, the occupants allegedly only had 4 fingers. So I guess that should debunk the clip, right? But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, jump to get the hell out of that like button, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.